What's going on, YouTube? It's Reedboy, the #1 console player across all of Call of Duty, and here are the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer settings that I use to get over 40 gold guns in the first 4 days of Modern Warfare 2. Step 1, you got your controller settings. I play on controller like a normal person. We don't use the mouse and cryboard around here. Button layout, I play on bumper jumper tactical, even though I do have a scuff controller. Don't forget to use code REED. I do not flip L1 and L2 and R1 and R2 because that's, I came from Xbox back in the day and we shoot with the triggers around here. Stick layout, default vibration on. Anybody and everybody will tell you to turn this off. I'm just built different. I keep it on. I like the way it feels. Horizontal sensitivity, I play on 7 horizontal, 5 vertical. Do I recommend it? Not necessarily. I did this back in World War II, and I've been playing on this setting for years. I don't want to change it, so we're going to keep it right there. Sensitivity multiplier. We're going to keep these all at the default. That's not important. Vertical aim axis, I don't even know what that means. We're going to leave that there. Aim down sight behavior, we hold it. I do not play on automatic tactical sprint in this game. It is just simply not worth it. There, you cannot slide cancel. You can't B-hop. You are at a negativity if you are pushing for. If you cannot burger walk, as we call it. That is not something that you want to do. Weapon mount activation, ADS and melee. This is kind of a personal preference, just the one I feel most comfortable with. Aim assist, we keep that on in multiplayer. If you cry and whine and complain about aim assist in Call of Duty multiplayer, I do not give a aim assist type. Now I've heard Black Ops give you some extra aim assist, but I don't really like the way the aim assist feels in Black Ops games, so I just keep it on default. Those are probably one of the 2 options you should use. I don't really mess with these two too much. Aim response curve type, linear. I just simply like the way this feels. Anybody who tells you one of these is better than the other is lying. It is literally just all about the way it feels to you. Whatever you like best, I recommend you try them out and then stick with that one. ADS sense multiplier, the one, we're going to keep it there. That's pretty much what it normally is across all previous Call of Duty, so I'm gonna like it right there. I don't want to change that. Now this is the important stuff. The custom sensitivity per zoom. This is going to affect your aim when you aim down sights. 0.8 for anything 5 times and below, 0.9 for anything above that is what I do. You can fine-tune this so much to whatever you like specifically. I see people with all different values for every single number. Input dead zone. This is also a very important setting. This is going to affect how good your aim is. Right stick max, you want that at 99. Now the right stick minimum, it's a little different. That one is more so dependent on your controller. Ideally, if you set your controller down and don't touch it, you don't really want to be moving on its own. But if it does, you can increase this just a little bit, but you really want it to be as low as possible. The lower, the better, the more reactive your thumbstick is going to be. Same thing with the left stick on the minimum. Left stick max, you don't really need to move it all the way up. The left stick is not as important to be super precise and fine-tuned, so you can move the maximum down a little bit to help you get that movement just a little extra millisecond faster. Button dead zones, I have smart triggers on my controller, so these doesn't really apply to me. You can change those however you want if you have a regular controller. Tactical sprint behavior toggle, when you're playing the big map modes like Invasion or Ground War, if you just toggle forward and your character runs and you don't have to think about it, it kind of saves your thumb just a little bit. Now, this is another very important setting right here. Rather than just running when you tap and double tapping to tactical sprint, you change your setting to single tap to run, you tactical sprint every time you run. This is a very important setting I recommend everybody do. None of that shit matters. Graphics, on to the next one. Motion blur, film grain, depth of field. Get them off. You don't want those on. I have no idea what on-demand texture streaming means or does. Somebody told me to turn it off. He's a nerd. I kind of trusted what he said. At Yeet. Fidelity cast, same nerd by the way, told me to turn it on. He told me he puts his on 80. I'm built different. I put it on 81. 120 Hz refresh rate, I got that on. Do not notice a difference between 60 and 120. Field of view, 81. We finally got the FOV slider, so you already know we got to crank that bitch all the way up. Third person field of view, I don't really do third person, so that doesn't really matter to me. Brightness, that's specific to your monitor. I play on 60. Safe area, same thing, specific to your monitor. Audio settings, I play on the headphone bass boost. Master volume, I really wanted to set it to 69, but for some reason they just won't let me. So I'm going to go with 68 since that kind of looks like a 9. That's close enough. Music volume, for absolutely no reason at all whatsoever, I keep mine at 100. Turn that down to 0. Turn that down to 0. You don't need the music volume on. It'll affect your footsteps. I don't need to be a greasy stink ball and listen to footsteps everywhere I go. And when it's dead silent and nothing's going on, I like to hear that little beat in the background. Effects volume, I think this affects your foot games more, or your footsteps more so crank that all the way up. Hit marker volume. Actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and turn that down. I forgot to change that setting. You don't really need that all the way cranked up. Dialogue volume. The guy in game does talk a lot, but some of the stuff he does say is important, so I keep that up a decent amount. Mono audio, turn that off. I don't do subtitles, not for me. None of that stuff matters. And interface. There we go. There's another good one here, right here. Minimap shape, square. Now, I don't know if you can see just based off, oh, you can't see off this image. Man. Now, I don't know if you can see, but based off of this image here, one of these, you can quite literally see more of your minimap. So I recommend you turn it to a square, unlock that extra minimap FOV. It's basically cheating. Minimap rotation, personal preference with that. I recommend you keep that crosshair on. It helps with centering a little bit. Keep the hit markers on. That's also huge as well. Damage-based hit markers. The red hit marker helps you know when you get a kill. Keep that on. Player name, the bigger the better. So you definitely want that full name. Telemetry. Now this is something that confuses a lot of people. I've turned my telemetry on. This is what's making a lot of people think I switched to PC. I did not. I am still on a PS5. A lot of people think I switched to PC because you got those little thingy things that pop up in the top left of the screen. In case you guys did not know about that, that's how you see your server latency without having to check anything else. And yeah, that is it. That is what the #1 console player across all of Duty used to get 40 guns gold in 4 days. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the video. Drop a comment if you have any questions. You guys have a blessed one. I'm out. Best gun combo right now, best class setup for MW2 is the STB assault rifle, very similar to the MW AUG from MW19. And running on it, you want to use the 24.4-inch Bruin barrel, Harbinger muzzle, the drop grip underbarrel, the 42-round mag, and the Schlager riser comb. And for a secondary, ain't nobody knows about this gun yet. Not anybody has it unlocked, and if they do, they don't have it leveled up to know just how nasty this thing is. Kills in one shot as is with no attachments on it. Then you throw on the recoil control minus aiming stability rear grip, because that's just kind of there. You got the laser that helps you ADS and aiming stability fast. Damage range and movement speed barrel. The fire rate and trigger response time, match grade, trigger action, and then you got options. You can either throw target flinch on for the ammunition type. You can throw on the snake shots. Use at your own risk. They're not like they were in MW19. You could throw on a sight if you need, or you can akimbo them if you're really feeling like it.